TSA just rolled out 13 new restrictions that will impact 90% of senior travelers this Christmas. Last week, a 73-year-old nurse missed her flight to Boston because of new protocols she didn't know about. The rebooking cost her $890 and she missed Christmas morning with her family. If you're flying between December 15th and January 5th, these changes could make or break your holiday plans. Hit like and subscribe so you never miss updates that could save your trip. Restriction number 13, the new 10-day medication supply limit. TSA now requires verification for medications exceeding a 10-day supply. Any medication quantity that appears to exceed 10 days triggers automatic additional screening requiring original pharmacy containers, a physician's letter dated within 30 days, and sometimes doctor contact verification. A 71-year-old heart patient from Denver was detained for 127 minutes because his monthly pill organizer couldn't be verified without original containers. Security had to contact his cardiologist on Saturday afternoon. Your action plan: keep medications in original pharmacy containers with current labels. Get a physician's letter dated within 30 days, including dosages, medical necessity, and your doctor's direct phone number. For injectable medications, bring original prescription paperwork. The magic phrase, I'm traveling with prescription medications exceeding a 10-day supply and would like to declare them for screening. Pro tip: photograph all medication labels before leaving home and store in cloud backup. If containers get separated during screening, you'll have immediate verification. Restriction number 12. Enhanced powder screening beyond 12 ounces. The 12-ounce powder limit now includes any granular substance, with TSA agents having discretionary authority to flag smaller containers if you're carrying multiple powder items. This includes instant coffee, powdered creamer, fiber supplements, ground spices, protein powder, and loose powder foundation. A 68-year-old grandmother had 6 small spice containers confiscated despite each being under 8 ounces. The screening process took 52 minutes and she nearly missed her connection. Your strategy: limit yourself to 3 powder containers maximum. Use transparent containers with printed professional labels. Place every powder item in separate bins during screening. The workaround: ship supplements and spices to your destination 5 to 7 days before arrival. Priority shipping costs $18, but eliminates screening hassles entirely. Restriction number 11, Christmas gift wrapping prohibition. Complete ban on wrapped gifts in carry-on luggage from December 15th through January 5th. Any item that cannot be immediately inspected will be unwrapped by TSA agents and they won't rewrap it. A 74-year-old grandfather had 12 carefully wrapped gifts unwrapped during screening, leaving him with torn paper and exposed presents. His grandchildren's Christmas surprise was completely ruined. What works? Gift bags with tissue paper, boxes with removable lids not sealed with tape, clear packaging. Your strategy: pack gifts unwrapped, then wrap at your destination. Ship wrapping materials ahead or buy them after landing. Restriction number 10, Real ID enforcement without exceptions. Starting December 1st, 2025, Real ID is enforced with zero tolerance. If your driver's license doesn't have a gold star symbol, it won't work for domestic flights. A 72-year-old veteran with a valid Texas license was turned away because it lacked the star symbol. He had to drive 14 hours to Nashville or miss Christmas entirely. Emergency alternatives. Your passport works for all domestic flights. Passport cards cost $30 with 2 to 3 week expedited processing. Online passport renewal takes 2 to 3 weeks. Critical warning: apply for alternative identification by December 1st. TSA has zero discretion on this rule. Restriction number 9, enhanced screening selection for seniors. TSA now conducts enhanced random screening on passengers 65 plus at significantly higher rates. Enhanced screening includes comprehensive pat-downs, thorough bag searches, and additional questioning, adding 35 to 75 minutes to security clearance. A 69-year-old teacher missed her flight by 12 minutes after 68 minutes of enhanced screening, costing $520 plus hotel stay. Your protection: arrive 4 hours early for domestic flights, 5 hours for international during December 15th to January 5th. TSA PreCheck reduces selection chances by 70%. Timing trick, flights before 6 a.m. or after 9:30 p.m. have lower screening delays. Restriction number 8, TSA pre-check electronics removal requirement. During December 15th to January 5th, even pre-check members must remove all electronics larger than smartphones. This includes laptops, tablets, e-readers, battery packs over 10,000 milliamp hours, cameras, and gaming devices. A 76-year-old photographer with 12 camera batteries spent 54 minutes in additional screening as TSA tested each battery individually. Your approach: remove all electronics before the checkpoint. Place each device in separate bins. Label every device with your name and phone number. Strategic move: travel with only essential electronics. Ship backup devices to your destination. Restriction number 7, smart luggage battery removal mandate. TSA banned smart luggage with non-removable lithium batteries effective December 1st, 2025. If you can't easily detach the battery, you cannot bring the suitcase on any flight, carry-on, or checked. This restriction stems from lithium battery fire concerns that have escalated dramatically in 2025. When a battery inside a smart suitcase overheats or malfunctions, it poses serious dangers, particularly in the cargo hold, where crew members cannot immediately respond to emergencies. The confined space of an aircraft makes any fire situation potentially catastrophic. The problem is that many smart suitcases were designed with integrated batteries that cannot be easily removed. These batteries are built into the handle, frame, or wheels of the suitcase and require special tools, technical knowledge, or even disassembly of the luggage structure to extract. For seniors who may not be comfortable with technology or small mechanical tasks, removing these batteries can be impossible. A 67-year-old businessman arrived at Newark Airport with a $400 smart suitcase he'd received as a retirement gift. The battery was integrated into the handle and required disassembling the handle mechanism to remove. TSA gave him 2 choices: abandon the suitcase at the airport or miss his flight. He chose to miss his flight and drive to his destination instead, losing both his airfare and effectively the cost of the suitcase. The abandonment process is particularly painful for seniors who may have received these suitcases as gifts from family members or invested significant money in high-quality luggage specifically for travel. Airports don't provide storage for abandoned items, and there's no compensation for luggage that must be left behind due to safety regulations. What makes this especially frustrating is that many of these smart suitcases were marketed as travel-friendly and airline-compliant when they were purchased. The rapid change in regulations has left many seniors with expensive luggage they can no longer use for air travel. Action plan: check your smart luggage immediately if you own any. Look for a battery compartment with a simple release mechanism, usually a button or lever that allows the battery to slide out. If the battery can be removed, practice the process at home several times to ensure you can do it quickly at the airport. Make sure you understand how to reinstall the battery at your destination. If the battery cannot be removed without tools or technical expertise, you need alternative luggage for Christmas travel. Don't wait until you arrive at the airport to discover this problem. The workaround: some airports have luggage stores or shipping services where you can purchase replacement luggage and ship your smart suitcase to your destination. It's expensive, typically costing $50 to $100 for shipping, plus the cost of new luggage. But it's better than missing your flight entirely. Some seniors are now keeping traditional luggage as backup specifically for air travel. Restriction number 6, power bank wattage verification requirements. Power banks over 160 watt-hours are completely banned from both carry-on and checked luggage. Those between 100 and 160 watt-hours require airline approval 48 hours before departure. TSA now verifies specifications at checkpoints, confiscating any power bank without clear capacity markings. This restriction escalated after a serious incident on a Delta flight where a legally permitted power bank caught fire during boarding, forcing an emergency evacuation. The incident revealed how quickly lithium battery fires can spread in the confined space of an aircraft, prompting immediate changes to screening procedures. The verification process has become quite sophisticated. TSA agents now use handheld scanners and database lookups to verify device specifications against manufacturer records. They also use UV lights to check for faded markings and, in some cases, electronic testing equipment to measure actual capacity. This process can add 15 to 20 minutes to your screening time, especially if you're carrying multiple devices. A 70-year-old retiree traveling from Seattle to Miami had 3 power banks confiscated because the capacity markings had worn off from regular use over several years. The devices were probably within legal limits, but TSA couldn't verify their specifications, so they were seized without compensation. He lost approximately $150 in devices and had no way to charge his medical monitoring equipment during the flight. The problem for seniors is that many older power banks don't have clear markings, or the markings have faded over time. Power banks purchased several years ago may not meet current labeling standards, even if they're within capacity limits. What makes this particularly challenging is that the verification happens at the security checkpoint, not during check-in. You may not discover the problem until you're already in the screening line, creating stress and potential delays for your flight. Strategy: check all your power banks for clear, readable capacity markings before traveling. The markings should include both watt hours, WH, and milliamp hours, MAH, ratings. If the numbers are faded, scratched, or unclear, replace the devices before traveling. Take photos of the specifications before you leave home, including close-ups of the capacity markings and any certification labels. Keep purchase receipts that show capacity ratings, as these can sometimes be used as backup verification if markings are questioned. Consider consolidating to fewer, newer power banks with clear markings rather than traveling with multiple older devices. Modern power banks often have higher capacity in smaller packages, reducing the number of devices you need to carry. Insider tip: buy power banks from major retailers like Best Buy, Amazon, or Apple that include clear specification stickers and documentation. Avoid generic or unmarked power banks from online marketplaces, even if they claim to be within legal limits. TSA agents are more likely to approve devices from recognized brands with clear labeling and proper documentation. Restriction number 5. Holiday food item. Restrictions: any food classified as gel, liquid, or spreadable is banned from carry-on luggage, including cranberry sauce, gravy, maple syrup, soft cheeses, eggnog, cream cheese, hummus, and peanut butter. TSA's definition of spreadable has become surprisingly broad and subjective. A grandmother's Christmas fudge in 4 small containers was confiscated as gel-like confection. $67 of ingredients and a family tradition gone in 30 seconds. The classification process is subjective and inconsistent. Different agents may interpret the same item differently, leading to confusion and frustration. What's allowed? Solid foods like bread, cookies, whole pies without liquid fillings, hard cheese blocks. Best strategy: pack all questionable holiday foods in checked luggage. Ship food items to your destination 3 to 5 days early. Insider secret: bring dry ingredients and assemble dishes at your destination. Flour, sugar, and spices cause fewer screening issues. Restriction number 4. Facial recognition, mandatory participation. TSA has designated 47 major airports as mandatory biometric zones during the December 15th through January 5th travel period. At these locations, refusing to participate in facial recognition screening will result in significantly extended manual processing that can add 45 to 90 minutes to your checkpoint experience. The technology works by capturing a digital photo of your face and comparing it to the image stored in your passport or driver's license database. While the system boasts a 98.7% success rate according to TSA data, it's not foolproof and can be particularly problematic for senior travelers. Facial recognition can fail due to several factors that disproportionately affect older adults. Poor lighting conditions at checkpoints, face coverings like masks or scarves, significant weight changes since your ID photo was taken, recent medical procedures affecting facial appearance, new eyeglasses, or changes in prescription, natural aging that makes you look different from older ID photos, or medications that cause facial swelling or changes. When facial recognition fails, you're automatically flagged for enhanced manual screening. This process includes comprehensive document verification where agents examine your ID under magnification and UV light, additional questioning about your identity and travel plans, thorough bag inspection where every item may be removed and examined, and possible transfer to secondary screening areas away from the main checkpoint. A 74-year-old woman traveling from Phoenix to Boston was detained for 45 minutes because her facial recognition scan failed to match her 5-year-old passport photo. During that time, she'd lost 30 pounds due to cancer treatment, and the system couldn't reconcile the significant change in her appearance. The manual verification process required contacting her doctor's office to confirm her identity and medical treatment. And what makes this particularly stressful for seniors is that the facial recognition process happens automatically. There's no warning or explanation. You simply stand in front of a camera and the system either approves or flags you. If flagged, you're immediately pulled aside for additional screening without clear explanation of what went wrong. The mandatory participation aspect means that at designated airports, you cannot opt out of facial recognition without accepting significant delays. While TSA maintains that opting out is still technically allowed, the manual processing alternative is so time-consuming that it effectively forces participation. Preparation strategy. If you're traveling through a mandatory biometric zone, prepare specifically for facial recognition screening. Remove sunglasses, hats, and face coverings before approaching the checkpoint. Look directly into the camera with a neutral expression similar to your ID photo. Stand still and avoid talking or moving during the scanning process. Keep your ID ready as backup verification in case the facial recognition system fails. Be prepared to answer questions about when your ID photo was taken and any significant changes in your appearance since then, including weight loss or gain, medical procedures, new eyeglasses, or changes in hairstyle. If you've had significant appearance changes since your ID photo, consider bringing supporting documentation like medical records or a letter from your physician explaining the changes. While not required, this can help expedite the manual Hiranian verification process if facial recognition fails. Critical timing consideration: facial recognition processing is fastest during off-peak hours when systems aren't overloaded and agents have more time to troubleshoot issues. If possible, schedule flights departing before 7 a.m. or after 8 p.m. to avoid the busiest screening periods when system failures are more likely to cause significant delays. Restriction number 3, carry-on size enforcement with digital measuring. Digital measuring stations now provide precise measurements accurate to 1/8 inch. If your bag exceeds limits by any amount, you'll be forced to check it or miss your flight. There's no human discretion or appeals process. Budget airlines are particularly aggressive, using these systems to generate revenue through baggage fees ranging from $35 to $85 per flight. The measurement happens at the gate, not check-in, so you may not discover problems until minutes before boarding. A 71-year-old woman's 3-year-old bag was 1/4 inch too tall due to overpacking. She paid $75 to check it or had to remove items while other passengers waited to board. Protection strategy: measure bags at home precisely. Pack conservatively. Use soft-sided luggage that compresses more easily than hard cases. Strategic approach: pack a collapsible duffel inside your carry-on. If forced to remove items, redistribute them into the duffel as your personal item. Restriction number 2, medical device pre-approval requirements. Medical devices now require 72-hour advance airline notification and written approval. This covers oxygen concentrators, CPAP machines, insulin pumps, and any medical equipment with lithium batteries. The approval process isn't automatic. Airlines can deny approval for devices they consider problematic with no standardized appeal process. If denied, you cannot bring the device on any flight. A 68-year-old man was denied approval for his CPAP machine due to its lithium battery backup. The airline classified it as a fire hazard despite being FAA approved. He had to choose between traveling without his essential device or canceling his Christmas trip. Action plan: contact airlines immediately for device approval. Provide detailed specifications. Request written approval. Start the process 1 week before travel, as some airlines require physician documentation. Have backup plans ready, including shipping devices to your destination or renting equipment there. Restriction number 1, the 5-hour early arrival mandate for seniors. This is the most critical change. TSA recommends travelers over 65 arrive significantly earlier during December 15th to January 5th, based on data showing 34% of seniors missed flights due to security delays during Christmas 2025. Your arrival strategy: December 20th to 24th, arrive 5 hours early for domestic flights, 6 hours for international. Christmas Day, arrive 4 hours early, December 28th to 29th, arrive 5 hours early. A Tampa couple arrived 3 hours early on December 23rd. Security wait was 147 minutes, enhanced screening added 52 minutes. They missed their flight by 23 minutes, costing $1,240 plus hotel stays. The extended times account for longer security waits, higher enhanced screening likelihood, medical device screening delays, and medication verification time. Survival strategy: use airport apps to check real-time security waits. Call airports 48 to 72 hours ahead to confirm checkpoint opening times. Pack snacks, entertainment, and phone chargers for extended waits. Ask about senior-friendly security lanes that open earlier and move slower. Consider airport lounge day passes for $40 to $60, which include comfortable seating and quiet spaces. The Christmas 2026 travel season will test every senior traveler's preparation. These 13 restrictions represent the most comprehensive security changes in decades, but every restriction is manageable if you prepare accordingly. Don't let these changes ruin your Christmas plans. Check your identification, verify medication documentation, measure your luggage, and plan to arrive earlier than ever. A few hours of preparation can save days of frustration. If this helped you prepare for Christmas travel, hit that like button and subscribe for more travel tips. Drop a comment if you've encountered these restrictions or have tips to share. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video.